I've got a quick tip for the chosen ones at the moment, and I think, and surely I'm not the only one that's going through it at this moment, but the period that we are in right now is a test, and it's putting to practice everything we have learned. Everything. Um, Loggerheads. I can't believe it. The multiplicity. It's like if my life was a Tetris game and it all just got emptied, kind of just got filled again, but at the same time, with that, not filled, it's like everything is waiting to fill it. The dam's about to break. Now, the Satanic Kingdom is going crazy at the moment. Crazy. And they are highly arrogant. And they are doing everything within their power to act smug. And so I was saying, everything that we've learned, I had something that was in the arsenal that I need to share with you. And it's to do with anger management. And today, I'm going to say that for the last 2 days, I was getting torn apart internally. It was the worst, your solar plexus around that area, just getting torn to bits. And how do I say this? I've hit the threshold where, my faith tested to the hilt, to the point where, I've really I'd hate to say it, contemplated. It's just like, I don't care about sides, good or bad. I'm indifferent to all of it now. And it's just like, I was just about ready, and I'm serious about this, just about ready to pack it up and go, you know what, I don't care anymore. Really that close. And it was because with the testing, it was a test, and what I'm about to tell you next is what must be understood. We have a beautiful side and we have an ugly side too. The ugly side is beautiful. The ugly side is all those feelings that we do not believe is appropriate to feel. Now, because we are getting hammered at the moment, see, for myself, the situation that I'm finding myself in, for any reasonable group of people, blood would have been spilt already. There would have been war. And what I'm involved in is highly diplomatic, highly legal. It's the highest of the high. And it is, but the problem is it is so smug. And we're talking ego and pride is at its limit. And everyone's chests are puffed out and they're all pulling low blows everywhere to try and get someone to collapse within their own bitterness and become useless. There's high stakes. The environment itself is at stake here with what I'm involved in. And back to it. So you're going to be tested. You're going to be pushed. And I just want to give you a tool. We have a beautiful side and an ugly side, but the ugly side is beautiful. It's like a bottle of Coke. Let's talk about anger management. A bottle of fizzy drink, when you shake it up and you're you're trying to let it out, but there's a better tool than that. Right? Our job is to accept the feelings that present themselves. And today, it was only because I was looking at the sky which it gave me what I needed to understand. There's no clouds here that are going by, but when you've got clouds floating by, imagine those are the feelings that are floating out of you. It is trying to put a lid on those feelings, which is what eats us up. So, through your conscious awareness, we're talking about non-attachment here. How do you allow the feeling? I understand it, that's what I'm saying for you. I'm asking you to ask yourself the question. How do you allow the clouds to pass but not grab hold? Or how do you allow the clouds to pass and not put a lid on it? We're talking about bottled up anger. We're talking about the anger monster. Before you use this, you must first learn to use this. You have to diffuse the weapon. You are fruitless if you are explosive. If you have no triggers, so that's the question, and you're going to have your own aha. How do you allow the clouds to flow, which are the ugly emotions? And I'm telling you, we can have, you will find that hate, you have to learn how to feel hate before you're ready to be a friggin' king. We're talking some of the worst feelings that you can come across. How do you allow those to flow? Because it's beyond you thinking it. Will you accept that they flow through, but you do not put a lid on it, and you allow it to dissipate so that at no point do you have build up? Non-attachment, take the lid off it, allow it to flow out, accept the feelings, stop trying to put a lid on them. Gather the information, I feel this way, but also accept this. That ugliness that you believe is ugly, that is your lion. Unless you are willing to accept that you will do what it's going to take to protect what God has given you to protect, that lion will not relent. So there's a few levels here. I'm not saying how low are you willing to go, but within, what are you willing to do to protect what God has given to you to look after? Are you willing to accept how you feel? Are you willing to allow those feelings to come to the surface and release, but not attach? Are you willing to observe those feelings and gather the information from it, where once they have passed and you have objective reasoning about how the feelings felt, which are an indicator of what your truth is telling you about what is going on in the moment, how are you, after you have been able to rise above this and you have allowed all of the provoking to not give you a raise once? In control. This is for all kingdom people right now, all the chosen ones. I don't know where your life is at right now, but where my life is at is like everything is at a loggerhead. You got to keep your head on your shoulders, you got to stay calm. But the feelings are coming at 1,000,000 miles an hour now, and if you cannot understand anger management, you will drown. Literally, I think a lot of people will be getting torn apart at the moment. What is being torn apart though? Trying to put a bottle on the feelings that need to be released. Now, if your feelings are bottled up, you may need to put your head into a pillow and scream. But if you have the ability to stay level-headed and grounded, you can allow the feelings to just flow through. They are like clouds. You will be explosive if you grab hold. Don't grab hold. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Float and allow the sting to bleed out. Have yourself a really good day, and I hope this helps someone. Bye for now.